Hey, 70%. Is it really maxing out at 5%? Oh, that's sad. It's very sad.
Minnow, thank goodness I found you. I must share this with you.
The ruins? What happened? I heard them fall to rubble. It comes, it sings, it dreams of war and blood and smoke and...
Oh,
Did you have a hand, Envoy?
Yes, we took down the ruins and killed most, if not all, the dream thralls.
You and your Inquisitor destroyed hundreds of years of history and time and silver lights flashing bright. Ruins break into bones, they do. They make a necklace, a collar of time. We choke and die.
You're afflicted with a dream scourge. You need to rest.
I'm sorry, I think I need a moment. Smoke and rhyme, we are losing time.
Oh no.
Oh no, I think we're losing her. We have to put a stop to this.
We're heading out of Shatterscar. Is that okay?
Leave for the silver and the root and the song. Go now. Go far. Yes, leave.
A butterfly emerges, a dream of peace.
Places lost and people dead. Bodies...
Temerity sent word. Said you were good to go. But she didn't sound right, Envoy.
To the water and the dark, to the roots, away into the nothing.
Things are still strange.
Watch your back out here, Traveler.
I'm sorry. But before anything else, I need a word with you. Of course, I understand the impulse of wanting to save those in Thirdborn.
You understand the impulse? Where's this going?
But think of all that we lost. Because of you and that monster.
No matter what I think of Lodwin, she and I are both citizens of Adir.
What does that have to do with anything? Does citizenship cloud one's judgment? You pay your taxes to Adir, but we both know your soul belongs to the living lands.
Just remember, Ludwine steal Garrote before she's anything else. But, in this case, she was right to destroy the ruins. You both were.
Ludwine is a fool. Her brain has rotted away with the rest of her. We have no reason to believe that the Dream Scourge has been stopped, by the way. It certainly hasn't stopped Dream Scourge from appearing everywhere else in the living lands.
Then maybe we turn a few more of these ruins into heaps of rubble. I can't see anything good that's come out of them.
Maybe stop talking while you're ahead.
Years of lost history found, just in time to be erased by two Adiran fools.
I'm not gonna apologize for putting lies over some ruin.
I suppose I thought you were smarter than this. How disappointing. Reengrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than the dead woman burning down homes.
I hate to say it, Yatsli, but we're not changing anyone's mind today. Let's talk later. Just the two of us.
Fine, fine. You're right. It's done. Let's just focus on getting to the garden.
We're heading into Gallowayne Tusk, right?
While that parting is probably the closest Ludwig gets to friendly, I'm not looking forward to our paths crossing again.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. And we gave her everything she wanted.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
She's a good servant of the Empire. She's just extreme in her methods.
Yet she's got nothing but contempt for men like Hilgard, agents of Adir who are bound, at least in part, by its laws. There's nothing more dangerous than a loyal fanatic who answers to no one.
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
Ludwig and Eyes are both idea. We'll find a way to work it out.
Right, and the Steel Garrote is famously level-headed. Just look at what they were planning in Fior.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power. But we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka.
Sabado mentioned a garden specifically. They would know better than you would.
Right, the voice in your head that none of us have ever met. I hear dying has some interesting side effects.
Hey, we are all on the same side here, Marius.
You won't find a blessed thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Page-Raku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Gallowayne's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will.
I have orders, and I swore to obey.
And what would he say if he knew what you were really doing out here? Your true orders come from a voice in your head. What do you know about Sappadal? How do you know you can trust them?
Truth is, I'm not sure I can anymore. I never did, but whatever. But I have a job to do, and I don't have time for your nonsense.
Then you're gambling with all our lives. Don't expect me to be overjoyed. I'm done here. Do whatever Blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Some things really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
If he comes at me like that again, I'll put him down.
Whoa, let's all take a breath. It will definitely not come to that.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
Okay.
Can we talk a moment? I wanted to pick your brain about Shatterscarp. The ruins of Naku Kubel predate civilization as we know it. We had so much to learn from them. But the Steel Garrote care nothing for the past. Only the future, as long as it's under their thumb.
We got what we needed from the rune. They were of no use to us.
You came all this way and found answers. Future generations will find only questions. The fact remains that we played into our enemy's hands. And what did we get in return? We delayed the inevitable. Better than nothing, I suppose. Though not by much.
I call it progress.
Who has time for progress? We need results, and we need them yesterday. Maybe there's no right answer to any of this. Maybe all we can do is keep going, leaving chaos in our wake. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves.
Those moments don't just appear. We have to make them happen.
I suppose you're right. Maybe that's the point of our little campfire chats. While I have your ear, can I ask you one more question?
Go, sure.
Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Adiran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual?
Maybe because he doesn't trust Sap at all.
But what about you, her kinsman? When you agreed to destroy the ruins, Ludwig was surprised, as though she didn't believe you would do the right thing. Ludwig clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you. Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could be nothing, or could be something. Time will tell. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. For that matter, so do I. I'll check. Until next time.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins. You destroyed something that was... I'm trying to remain calm. I have to remember that you had a reason for what you did. Nothing infuriates me more than to do what Ludwig wants, but... I'm not unhappy with what you did. Those ruins were literally priceless. They had real Echidans in there. Think of how far my research would have shot forward. But we would have had to sacrifice so many for it. And I can't say that's a fair trade. Usually I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though...
I may not like Lodwin, but we are both here by the order of the Emperor.
Ah, right. How could I forget? Your friends here beg your aid, but your loyalty truly lies with the monsters from your hometown.
The Envoy has history with these people. A change of heart doesn't happen overnight.
All right. I understand. I'm sorry, Envoy. This is my life's work. And that skeletal maniac attacked my home. I'm just a little more raw than I thought.
We've all been through a lot. Don't worry about it.
It's all right. I think you've earned a bit of trust from me. Things have been... unreal. We spoke to actual ancient Echidans in the ruins. I was able to ask questions and get answers.
You might have to actually stop calling them godless now, since they have a god.
True. Though switching it up might be more confusing to those not in the know. I'll figure that conundrum out before my research gets published. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any luckier?
I don't get why anyone would worship Chapadel after those trials.
Must you try to ruin my fun, dearie? Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details.
Was minting Ringgrim everything you wanted?
I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringgrim. The Ringgrim. Master illusionist of the Circle of Archmagi. And we impressed her? She even offered to make me her apprentice.
I could hardly contain myself. It was an honor to meet her.
It was overwhelming. I can still feel my heartbeat. It doesn't feel real, but it is. Oh, Handra's titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the godless? I've spent my whole life with them.
Why not do it all?
I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do everything all at once. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a warm bed. I don't want to give that up. But this is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do?
It's hard to pass up that opportunity that Ringgrim is offering you.
I know. That's the whole issue. I've learned magic through my own means, reading and studying on my own. How much more could I learn with her? And how much faster? Within a fortnight, I could rule the world.
Oh, gods. I'll stick with the secret sleeping god that whispers who knows what in our leader's head, thank you very much.
Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
This place may not have much going for it. Night, Envoy.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, you need to slow down. Think about your feelings. Well, I don't want to think about my feelings. So just let me be alone for a bit.
Alright, just be ready to leave.
I will. Count on that.
It's gonads. There isn't enough perfume in Aora.
Quiet, you! You can reason our bodies, but not our voices.
Does this amuse you, seeing your kin caged like beasts?
No true kin would desert Solace. All we have are our oaths to Nandru, and you broke them.
Ah, so they're not just rude to outsiders, then.
The damn oaths again. You might as well be the one in chains. Our founder, Nandru, didn't intend for his people to starve. I'd bet you my kidneys he didn't build Solace Keep so we can die of starvation in it. No, he would have wanted us to live.
Honestly, I don't care anymore. I'm getting too hungry to even think.
What did they do to deserve starvation?
That's not for you to decide. Mahala's going to make an example of them before more make a run on the gates.
You're an obedient little soldier, but you're not a smart one. You just told the outsider everything.
Quiet. We'd appreciate it if you would leave. This is Pagrunan business.
Yeah, don't need a blessed outsider pretending they know anything. Move along.
Can't imagine why you even set foot here. These are Pargrunan lands, last I checked.
Meaning mind your tongue and your judgment while you're here, outsider. These folk have done much to deserve their cages.
Fine. I'm just looking for an old godless tower marking the way to the garden.
You won't find much at that old ruin, but I'm glad to see you go.
Follow the main road north and then east. You'll find some dirt paths to follow after you hit the cliffs. Now mind your business.
On your right, dear.
I can bring back someone to help you. Please. If you just...
Traveler, what business have you here with me?
That woman over by the ogre looks Adiran. Probably here against her will. Suggest we be very careful here.
Well, what is it?
Release her or die.
Please, don't joke. It hurts to laugh.
Please just do what he's...
What did I say?
I'm sorry.
Now, where were we?
Yeah.
Cruel. Foolish. Just like the others. So be it.
Well, that was fun.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought you'd forgotten about me. Where did you go?
Can't leave you tie up if you want, Gilwyn.
Please, no. I'm going to go back to the tower. Might set up shop while I figure everything out.
Try not to get kidnapped this time.
I'll certainly try. Thank you again, Envoy, for everything. I hope the wardens will take me in. Oh, I'll be glad to be out of here. Oh, I'll be glad to be out of here.
Envoy, over here. As I live and breathe, the faithless Envoy. Ludwig finds your loyalty a touch diminished. If you're looking for the Inquisitor, she's hunting a lead to the garden through its twisted silver roots.
We'll meet you at the garden.
We'd be there already if not for the roots. The tower calls. The roots strangle. The roots say your name, Envoy. They say you told them to do it.
Hey, you okay there?
I feel... I can't think straight. Body's full of roots. Pulling me. You did this, didn't you? The roots try to choke the steel garrote, and we will strangle them in return. Cut them, bleed them.
Careful. That's Dream Scourge talk right there.
Yeah, you deserve a clean death.
Knew it! Knew it! Knew it! Roots! Die!
I heard something. Get off me!
Watch yourself.
I let you have that. On your right here.
to watching you do that.
That island must be the garden.
If it weren't so deadly and disturbing to look at, it'd be breathtaking.
Much as I want to get to the garden, I don't think this broken bridge will help us. Didn't we read about another way into the garden, though? The other path is hidden well. I certainly don't see any way across the acid sea.
Don't panic. I'm sure there's another path.
Well, there's another path. Just not a path anyone told me about.
Let's keep looking around.
Worst comes to worst, we can ask the Wardens of Solace for help. At least they won't let a man die on their doorstep.
Quick and careful.
Right. If we're going, let's go.
This would be a great spot, but there's so many of them.
Try to run up on the new boss.
What are you doing here? This place isn't safe. The homestead up ahead is all run by Zaribs. Used to be it was occupied by outcasts, but things happened. The region's getting more lethal. If you think the Salos Steppe was hell, it's nothing next to the primordial depths up north. The Zaribs used to be more peaceful, but the recent tremors tore up the terrain so badly, they had to go south. I understand. There are some Bargrunin living in the wastelands out here. All if someone got rid of these Arabs, they might... It's up to you if you would like to help. I hope these Arabs haven't been too much... too much trouble.
That's all of them.
Yeah, I'm not really looking for anything anymore. I'm pretty sure what I have is already insane, right? And the final idol,
My. It's rather dusty
which I'm sure
here,
there
isn't
is,
it? How did the dwarves manage?
I don't particularly care for it. Wow, this place is huge. Yeah, it's too big. It's too big.
Welcome to Serena's Mercy, outsider. There's nothing for you to see.
You let me out of here right now!
Will you pipe down over there?
I'm innocent!
No, you gave the goods back. That's something else.
I demand that this farce of a justice system answer
Oh,
for itself.
how cozy. The blood really brings everything together.
Move along.
Oh, thank the gods. Finally.
Renato here was selling our grave goods to traveling merchants. Don't let him tell about maps and causes. He's a common thief.
That's none of my business. I've come to collect his notes.
I don't know about map making, but we confiscated these. Maybe they're what you're looking for.
You know, Sansa? You can't just leave me here. I can explain, I promise.
I bet you could. I've got what I came for.
Wait till he throws you to the wilds. Then see how you feel. Go on. Don't stand... Enjoying the weather on the moral high ground?
No rattling the bars.
Voitu meu. It's Cosmine. Just let me handle this.
Mar? Marius? No. You must be a ghost. A curse.
Oh, that would be news to me.
You're alive. You. Asshole. You show your face now? Now?
You miss him, didn't you?
Several times, but I hit more than I missed.
We used to be friends. Or so I thought. But then this Gitule left. Unannounced. No note, no nothing. Didn't even say goodbye to Iancu. And now you cozy up here, after 3 years, with an adherent godlike, no less? No offense.
Some taken.
What are you all doing at the ass end of the living lands anyway?
You know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't important. We need to speak to the council.
You know the rules. Outsiders cannot enter without express permission of the council.
Or with an honored warden.
Which you are not. I shouldn't even be talking to either of you. It's forbidden.
I don't suppose the wardens could teach their people to think for themselves, would they?
Why, you pencil-pushing, goat-kissing little bookworm! I ought to stab you for that!
Try it, and see how quickly I forget that we both grew up here. Do you think the Council will care about your promises when a Death Guard and her army turns Solace inside out?
Fuito, Marius. You've grown an edge since you left. I'll let you in, but be warned. Solace is not as it was, Marius.
I doubt it. Nothing really changes in Solace.
You'll see for yourself. The Council isn't what it was. Keep a watchful eye. Lower it on down. Quickly now.
Do you think they'd let me get on and ride it to the top?
Just be aware, people of Solace are just as stubborn as its walls. Strange being back here. No guarantees we'll get through the gates.
The garden is close. Oh, let's hurry up.
Why is the drawbridge being lowered? No one gave that order.
If it's the new recruit playing games, I'm going to base. It's every day the same.
Can't believe they didn't tell me about the hub. You're not from the country. Where's the guns They were supposed to be here an hour ago. Idiots. Better not have gotten themselves killed. We need the supplies. I swear if they've gotten themselves drunk out there, I'm going to turn them into leather.
You look just like Nandru. Duty won't. You have his markings. Duty won't keep us going to lose its mind.
The ground shakes. Look for a hill to climb.
But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here. I'm so tired of listening to you. Kostya this, Kostya that. Solace Keep protects us all. I don't want to hear another word.
I mean, Costa has a point. A life of subsistence in the keep is no way to live.
With respect, Outlander, we didn't ask. What's wrong with talking to the Outlander, We need outside opinions. We need medicine. You're sick, Mother. Pargrunen affairs are Pargrunen affairs. We don't speak of them to outsiders. Even if it costs you your life, Mother? You'd rather die than ask for help from an Outlander?
Kostya has a lot to answer for. Poisoning our youth's minds with these ideas.
Poisoning is a strong choice of word.
Solace Keep's matters are for Solace Keep's wardens. Stay out of it.
Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, the Pargrunen are done for. I don't want to hear another word of this.
Try growing up with that volume.
Don't mean. Why won't you listen?
And now,
If we don't change our ways, the Pargrunen are done for.
Welcome back to Odikas Nails, an outsider. Hi. Nobody told me to expect outsiders. Welcome to...
You say nothing.
Excuse me. Welcome to Solace Keep. Do you have any questions about Solace Keep?
No, I don't.
Very well then. A word of warning before you enter. You are the first outsiders to visit the keep in longer than I know.
What's your point?
The point is, my brethren won't be used to you. Keep that in mind. Farewell, outsider.
Great.
Walk with the gods, outsider.
The sanctuary of Nandro. Hasn't changed a bit.
Well, that sounds like a perfect excuse to spruce things up.
I hope the expedition to the Slumbering Fields is doing all right. Shouldn't they have returned by now? Expedition? What are you talking about? Did I miss something? You haven't heard. Some wardens were sent to investigate the
Not used to being stared at here.
Listen, everyone wants seconds, okay? You can get back in line or wait until next meal.
If everyone wants second, you must be a good cook.
Very funny, pal. I should... Oh, well, then thank you, outsider. Compliments here are scarce. I am the ringleader of this circus. No one does anything without a belly full of whatever we're warming up here today. Honestly, Marius here would catch something better than I could rustle up for you.
I just do what I do. You make last week's salt pork taste like this week's salt pork.
Take a compliment, Amakul. You're a good hunter. Always were. I have a little time to chat right now. What can I do for you?
Didn't seem like the farms were producing much.
I doubt they ever will. The land here doesn't yield much, as you saw, and our livestock usually has many more legs than we do. We sometimes send wardens to the Twinewood to hunt, but that brings other dangers. I wish there was more we could do, but tradition is law, right? Of course, that means I have to be creative, to find ways to make everything edible and palatable, at least.
With land this barren, you have to eat for survival, not pleasure.
Exactly. These mountains aren't called Galloway's tusks because there's food stuck between them. Anything that's not a mushroom or bread is a blessed luxury around here. And actual meat? Good luck. Councillor Kostia wants things to change around here. He wants to work with the other settlements to increase trade. Imagine it. Fish from Thirdborn, wild game from Paradis, produce from Fior Mesiverno.
What's the downside?
Tradition says...
I don't care. I wish you good luck with that.
Thank you, my friend. Greetings. What can I...
Maybe we should open up for more trade.
You think Kostia's right, huh?
Think of the salted fish before invading the garden.
Better than this mystery, that's for sure.
Damn. Outsiders in the keep? Joffrey really must be shit at commanding the wardens if you got in. Marius? You're back? God's alive. I never thought I'd see you again.
Mina, is that you? Didn't recognize you with all that whiskey smell around you.
The whiskey helps me sleep. I've been working extra shifts without Petru here. Things would be a lot better if he was still in charge.
Sounds like you have a bone to pick with the wardens.
I do, given that I am one. Our Captain Petru went missing. Of course, Mihala says he's on council business, but that's a load of saka. There's more that goes on in this keep than that old crone knows about. It's law in the keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment at an outpost. Your friend Marius here is an example as to what happens if we do. Some people don't like that. Petru... he skirted the rules. Has some project out there, at that abandoned warden tower. He usually goes out for a day or two, but always comes back. It's been weeks now, and nothing. I figure... something must have happened to him. Who knows what's out there? Attacked by Zarips, killed in a lava flow.
That old tower is a good spot to look for clues to his whereabouts.
I think so too. I'd love to look into it, but Joffrey won't spare any wardens. Look, I know it's not your business, but you're the only one who can go in and out of the keep. If you happen to go by the abandoned warden tower, just to the northwest of Solace, keep an eye out for him, all right? Even a clue as to where he is would help. Maybe I'd be able to convince Joffrey to send someone after him.
Sure, no promises.
Right, right. Just like everyone else in this place.
I've been noting.
Hey, you heard any? All right.
What do you want?
Any rumors?
Depends on what you care about. There's a bounty board you can check if you need coin. I heard something about a trade caravan, but I've yet to see hide nor hair of them. And Mina here's been blubbering for a while, if you're really desperate for something to do. But that's all I've got. So, what do you want?
Nothing.
Suit yourself.
Feel like making yourself useful? Good. Be careful. Welcome to the tasks. Be courteous while check the board.
Is there nobody else to do these?
No. Our fighters are more than capable, but they are stretched thin. Times are hard. But that's life here in the Tusks.
Why do these creatures need to be killed?
Resources are scarce out here. We need to cull the competition if we are to survive. Bring Magran's wrath upon the enemy.
Oh, great. Outsider,
Warden,
you need something?
you don't see a lot of outsider here, do you?
Never once, and now that I have, I can't say I care for it. Leave our keep and our garden be. That's all I'll say on that.
Alright. Trade with ya. Max essence. Blocking restores essence. Right. Oh wait, you have cave corals. We don't need books anymore because we can cast spells. Ourselves.
Mihala understands the importance of tradition. Nandru chose this place for a
Mihala is to
reason.
blame. We need to open our gates to the world, lest it leave us behind. Absolutely. Can you imagine if we had access to fresh crops from Fjord, or all of the food
An outsider here?
No, I can't. Look, it's Mihala calling the shots. And perhaps it's time for a change around here.
So you're the outsiders my guards let into the keep. Sucker. Now I'm going to have to deal with Kazmin. And you're accompanied by a deserter.
There's the Joffrey I know. Still calling your parents by their first names.
Yes, I am. Every time I visit them. You should try it sometime. If you've a complaint, can it wait? I'm already dealing with enough.
What's got you so frazzled?
Ha! You're an outsider, and outsiders aren't allowed in Sulisk. You lot are the only kith around who aren't dwarves. Or hadn't you noticed? And now one of my wardens has let you in. Mihala is going to ream me for this.
Is it really that bad?
Gods, yes. The wardens take an oath to protect the keep. That includes outside influences. Not that you'd know, but the council isn't known for their temperance. None of this is even my job. Not really, anyway. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but it's been weeks and no one's heard anything.
I spoke to Mina. She's pretty pissed at you.
Of course she is. She's in her head thinking Mihala has Petru doing something other than council work. Whatever's happening, I have to trust Petru knows what he's doing. I don't have time to think otherwise. But if you happen to hear anything from Mina, don't keep it to yourself, Adiren.
The cap?
Make it quick, Adiren.
Mina thinks Petru is doing something at the abandoned warden tower.
Fuitu! That tower's been off limits ever since the Zarips raided it. That Neem dude could be in serious danger.
I'll save him. A few Sarp are no match for me.
It's more than a few, Adiren. Though I admire your courage. Good luck out there. Only the bravest wardens venture out into the primordial depths. Make it quick.
Wake up. Please.
I'll have to bring this to the council's attention. No, I couldn't possibly. It's too precious. Safe. In the drawer.
That's it? Just items?
Eyes up, my friend. The face of that statue has your... shall we call them gills?
That's Nandru, founder of Solace.